Welcome back to Mr. C's cooking experiment. Today we're going to give you the 411 on making really good pizza dough. With that pizza dough, we're also going to do something for my immediate family that's actually still speaking to me, and that's we're going to be making some fritters out of that pizza dough. So, what do you say we get started, all right? All right, the ingredients, pretty simple. 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, 1 package of Fleischmann's yeast, which is about 3/4 of an ounce or 21 grams. See, 411, that's why I made that joke in the very beginning. There are a couple key parts to being successful in making this kind of bread dough, and that is that when you activate your yeast, make sure that the yeast is going to be, or the water is going to be no more than 90 to 105. We're about 102 here right now, so we're doing fine. We're just going to add our yeast in. Let that activate for a minute. In the meantime, let's set that to the side. Now I have 4 cups of flour in here, but I also put in 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and then we will add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So it's really 411-111. But I thought it would be pretty cool to remember the base ingredients are 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of water, and 1 package of yeast. I start this in a non-reactive bowl. Make a little well here. That's all the time you really need for the yeast is about a minute at most. I start this off with a spoon. In the center, a little bit at a time, try and incorporate. You guys have sometimes seen some of my other videos. I made pasta. Did the same type of thing where we just added in a little bit at a time. And then we incorporate it all. Now is the time that I add that 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And we'll start folding this in. I will transfer this over to a floured board here that I have this bowl on top. Now I will start using my hands. Try and get as much of that flour incorporated in here. You can do this in an electric mixer. Works very well in an electric mixer. Try not to over knead it in the electric mixer, but I like to do things by hand quite a bit. So get this like this. Flour this board on top of here like so. And we're going to knead this for 10 minutes. Okay, as we continue to knead this, I just want to make the point, if you don't knead the dough for the 10 minutes each time it rises, your pizza dough is going to be really doughy. This is going to really help when cooking, because it'll be nice and crispy and light and fluffy by doing this. So also, I need to make the point about the yeast is that when you have water that is too cold, the yeast won't activate. If you have it too hot, the yeast will die, and then you'll have no rising bread. So just keep those in mind. Those are very key points. You're going to want to put olive oil in your container. We're going to let that double in size. Cover it with a towel. All right, as you can see, we have doubled in size. That is the first time we're going to let it rise. Now we're going to move this back onto a floured board. Knead it for another 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, so we've got our dough here again. We're going to put it back into our bowl. Let that double in size again. Then we're going to start making pizza. Alright, our second rise has happened. As you can see, it has doubled in size. We're going to put it back onto a floured board here. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this dough in half. Alright. Okay, this will make 2 portions of pizza dough. Make them into balls here. So, this will make 2 16-inch pizzas very comfortably, just so you know. So, you get 2 balls, and you can turn around and put those, wrap those in saran. My suggestion, and you'll know this from my videos from before, is that I am a big advocate of doing it the day of. So we're going to be having pizza tonight for dinner. So we're going to put one of these to the side. And like I said, it makes 2 16-inch pizzas. We're going to take one of these though, okay? Pound it out a little bit here. All right, flour our board. Because we're going to take one of these, roll it out with a rolling pin. We're going to cut these into fritters. We're going to deep fry them and then dust them in sugar. That was a favorite thing that we would always have at my grandmother's house in Ohio when we'd go there over the summer or the winter or something like that. And this pizza dough is the stuff she used, guys. Let's tell you that right now. So, stretch it out there. Just roll it out nice and thin. Cut it into any shape that you want. And deep fry it. Alright, so we got this, just so you know, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And we can use any kind of cutter that we want. Cut this into strips. Cut this into pieces. I'm just going to cut them into longer pieces like this. And we're going to deep fry them. Okay, as you can see, this dough puffs up like little pillows, right? We put granulated sugar on them and they are just fantastic for dessert, even for a breakfast. We used to have them for breakfast over there at my grandmother's house when we would spend time over there. We also made a really good looking margarita pizza with the other dough ball with some fresh basil and fresh mozzarella. Turned out very, very nice. So there you have it, pizza dough 411. That's the 411 on pizza dough. Remember, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of water, 1 packet of yeast. I add in olive oil, salt, and sugar also to the mix. Adds a lot of flavor to the dough. Couple points to take out of this video. Remember, when you're dealing with yeast, make sure your water is at least 80 degrees to 105 degrees, somewhere in between then. Somewhere there, because the yeast will then activate. If it's too hot, the yeast will die and it won't rise. Also remember, the kneading is very important in this recipe. That basically makes your dough not very doughy after you've cooked it. It's nice and light and fluffy. So, if you enjoyed my video, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, if you eat well, you're going to be well. Thanks for watching.